What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the VO2 Max channel. Today's video will be a little bit shorter than the usual ones here. We're going to go over another quick build guide for Anvil. This will be Quake. As you can see, I didn't quite make it. That was level 14. And I just kind of got... With these two guys, they're both spinning around and I couldn't quite get everything going and I kept missing my counterattacks. And those are very important to get on this build, I will say. Like, the most important thing you can get. So, anyways, we will go through our build really quickly. Attack power was definitely, like, into the 700s at one point. I can't even calculate how much it may have gone up to. Attack speed, 175. Critical hit chance, that was definitely higher, as we'll find out. Critical hit damage, 450, same thing, that jumps up by a huge amount. Weapon power, I think that was standard. Skill power, we actually ended up on the low side of skill power because I couldn't find anything for skill power, or very little anyways. Little bit of skill reduction, 100% ignore enemy defense, which is again very important. 60% damage against bosses, 70,000 HP, 40% defense. A little bit of damage reduction, nothing crazy. 140% movement speed, not super important, but if you're trying to speed through it and if you want it to feel good, it is important. 80% survival cooldown decrease, which was nice, still didn't help after all that. 30% damage to burn targets, 95% damage to all targets with status effects, 90% petrified targets, 120% into shock targets, and 60% to poison targets. I kind of found some really weird ones in this one, and I couldn't ever quite make things line up, so this build is far from optimal. But I started out with a little bit of a different build than I normally go with. Well, different for at least the previous ones. Kind of normal. These three are normal for Quake. But we've got the X-ray and power chip, we've got weak spot detector, brawler's gold tooth, and I tried the critical knife this time because I'm not sure. I think the critical knife is probably better on liner, to be perfectly honest. I think I might swap that out, like I was saying in the previous video, and put in something else here to, I don't know, just give him something, a little something to help him out. Maybe even like cooldown reduction or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would go really well here, but I'll figure it out. The one thing I did end up taking that kind of potentially screwed me over a little bit is the safe coin. Well, we'll get to that and I'll explain why. I had a level 4 boss target. I had the safe critical backpack, so there's another 10% chance. So the safe coin, now that we're here, basically it prioritizes you to hang on to your money when in this game mode you kind of want to spend it as much as possible. So it wasn't ideal, but it wasn't bad. There was just, I think I ended up with about 600 or 800 gold that I probably could have spent on upgrading things. Medal of Comeback, dodge critical power greaves. There's an extra 200% critical damage. Petrified target, dodge critical greaves, so there's another 25%. This is why getting those counterattacks is so important, because there's a lot of things that proc with those. So 200% critical damage, another 25% crit chance. We had level 4 penetrator round, level 3 power chip, power shield, so necklace of amplification, level 4 shock target. This one was cool. So this just gives you straight up 100% attack power at 100%. So that's really awesome. If you can stay at max health, it's great. We had level 5 crit power chip. There's where all our passive critical hit chance comes in. And this one. Level 4 greaves, enhancement type module, critical shield. There's more crit chance. Power box. High-powered rounds. This one was whatever. It was kind of useless. I mean, it's fine. It helped us out doing damage. Safe attack backpack. Attack greaves. There's another 25% attack power that can be procced. Vampire Module, King of Hearts, Cannon Greaves, which I almost always take the Cannon Greaves with this guy because this doesn't matter. If you have the drill gauntlets on, or I think any of the weapons aside from like the missile launcher or the casters, if you have any of the melee weapons on, this doesn't matter. He just moves around as he's swinging or doing his punches or whatever, so it kind of doesn't really matter with him. Even if you're not doing a weapon build, it's cheap enough to just pick it up, and that's a little bit more damage. There's our speed up Greaves, 20% movement speed, 30% attack power increase, and 30% max HP decrease. I took that because I had the boss target. So I figured I could... I had this before I had a level 3 boss target, but I figured I could make it work with, because that adds, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 max HP, which can start adding up. Level 3 lightweight mag, which again, it was, don't get me wrong, it's nice to attack really fast, but it's not necessary. But with some of the other stuff I had gotten here, like, was it this one? No. Penetrator round's good, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, I knew it was good, but it's really good because it gives you skill power increase. It's more gooder than I originally thought it was going to be. Freeze reactor, and yes, I know what I just said. Added freeze to all attacks. If I could have found a couple of more of these, I think I had one for petrify, but I didn't have enough money because it was earlier on in the run and I had spent a bunch. Poison target. I picked this up not really thinking I was gonna try and get into some more damage with damage against targets under anti-status effect, but I kind of made a boo-boo. I originally started out with the chem gauntlets, and then it would have made sense, but I swapped out to the thunder gauntlets, and then that's why this made more sense. But we had the Medal of Peace, so another 15% attack power. Anytime I was using my skills, where like I do my drill up and down, I can't remember what it's called. Then we had dodge skill Greaves, so another 100% skill damage on our survival. That's why, like I said, this is super important that you get those. Status effect shield, 15% damage against targets when you have your shield. 50% skill power when you have your shield. Level 2 heal scope. I was hoping to hit level 3. I did see 3 of these throughout the run. So I was kind of hoping to see what that extra 1,000% of attack power is doing. We had level 1 burning target because that was near the end and I couldn't upgrade it. And high powered magazine rounds. So there was a lot of stuff that did weapon damage that we did not need. And so as far as skill upgrades are concerned, spiral field, 100% AoE and petrify duration, and then upgrade our damage to 1,000% of attack power. So whatever this calculation is, so what I'm going to kind of say about the heal scope here, whatever this calculation is to deal 1,000% of attack power, it is not the calculation that I thought it was, because I think it's misworded, because what I saw was happening is when I dropped this thing down, there was a couple times where it hit for like 500,000 damage, and that was early on in the run. It was like 500,000 damage, just boom. So whatever is calculating, I'm going to go ahead and assume that this does not mean attack, like your attack power stat. This means however much damage, I don't know, that it would normally do, it's going to do 1,000 times more. I'm assuming that's what it is talking about, because it hit for like 500,000 damage, and even if it was 700 attack power, 1,000% of 700 is not 500,000. Far from it. It's 70,000. Or 70. Yeah, no, it's 70,000. So spiral punch upgrade. This was important once I got that triangle thing where you get 100% attack power at 100% health. This was the first thing I got for the Spiral Punches, so I immediately picked it up. Doubles the number of Spiral Punches, 100% skill power, and 30% cooldown. I was hoping for the one that reduces target's defense. That did show up, but it was over top of something else that I needed, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have even been this heal 2%, or it might have been something else. I'm not sure, but it was one of the important ones. Hitting tremors will decrease target's defense by 50%, which is really nice. And hopefully you can get another counterattack before that 15 seconds rolls off, and you can fire it off again and do even more damage. Increase tremors radius by 50%, and cooldown for tremors just for those times, especially during boss fights. If you're able to like petrify them or stun them, or petrify or shock or whatever or freeze. Petrify or freeze are the stasis ones. If you do those, then the enemies don't move at all, and it's nice to have a little bit of cooldown to keep to pop your skills again. But this skill here is the one that I unlock for this guy, and I will almost always use it because I think it is so powerful. It resets Tremor's cooldown when performing a counterattack after your perfect guard, which is crazy good. Increase all skill powers by 10%, and 50% maximum guard duration. So, yeah, that one where you reset the Tremor's cooldown, it's so powerful. Although, I'm thinking about it, there's another one that I think I should have. And I think I just realized what I did wrong here. Freeze reactor, cool. I might actually even play another one just to do it again. Because I realized I may have made a boo-boo on that guy.
Accessing breaker system.
And I will show you why. Critical knife. I just gotta see if I can find it again here. No. These charging greaves reset all skill cooldowns on perfectly. I think I may have made a boo-boo there. I did have that. Oh, you know why? You know why I did that? I can tell you why. Now that I'm thinking about it again. Because there's only one skill that does that, which resets the Tremor's cooldown. That's really important, is the Tremors one. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if the Tremors one is the most important, or being able to do all of them is more important. So I think I'm going to go Charging Greaves, to be perfectly honest. I think we go Charging Greaves. Yeah, I think that might be the right move. I'm just going to set this up for my next run here, which I'm probably going to do a boss battle. 25% extra. Oh no, I know what I want. I want that for the boss battle. But yeah, the weapons, yeah, the Thunderstorm Gauntlets. I like the way the Thunderstorm Gauntlets and the Drill Gauntlets play. They're almost identical to the Chem Drill Gauntlets, but the Chem Drill Gauntlets at the end of the attack, they shoot out a beam. You do this two-handed beam thing, and for me it doesn't quite work as well. I almost rely on the mobility of the other ones, especially if you've got that fast attack speed. I can shoot my way out of a potentially dangerous situation, I find. So I think that's what I'm going to rock out with from now on. Skills. Whoa. What's going on here?
Accessing breaker system.
Yeah, skills. I think maybe... we do 100% skill power for Tremors. I think maybe that's what we do. Yeah, I think that's the right move. Especially with Charge Greaves. I think that's the right move.
Ready to
And
upgrade.
as you guys saw, pretty sure I just said use guys. As you guys just saw, yeah, we can, even though I don't think this is worth it, but whatever. But yeah, as you guys saw, we just got 3 more points, so that's awesome. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. This is, I don't know, melee carnage build for Quake. And you know what? Surprisingly, it did really well in the challenge mode. I didn't play very well, but the build did really well. There was a bit of a lull for a little while in maybe level 8 or 9 or something like that, or 6 or 7, somewhere in there, anywhere between 6 and 8, I would imagine. There was a bit of a lull. It kind of slowed down a little bit, but then once I picked up a couple other pieces, then I was back rocking and rolling. So that was really cool. It was better than expected, because my time was like, what, 25 minutes, and Venom or Liner and the Venom rifle, I was almost 32 minutes, and I was just about done the boss fight. Like, I was probably about halfway done the boss fight there. So, and another couple of minutes, it actually would have been faster than Liner and the Venom rifle. Blow my mind, I know, right? But being able to have your skills come off cooldown all the time, especially with this guy, it's crazy good. So yeah, anyways, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Patreon, links down in the description below. Instagram, Discord. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Share the video with any friends or family that you think might enjoy some Anvil stuff. And I will catch you next time. Peace, YouTube.